Coming up on Broncos Country Connected, learn more about Courtland Sutton's other passion and how his time on the golf course contributes to the player we see on the practice field and on game day. Then get to know first-year defensive lineman Matt Henningson and what he hopes to bring to the Broncos roster in 2022. Finally, Lionel, Bienvenu, and Ryan Harris highlight their favorite games on the Broncos regular season schedule. Broncos Country Connected is next. Welcome inside the Pat Bowlen Fieldhouse for another edition of Broncos Country Connected. For wide receiver Courtland Sutton, this upcoming season provides him another opportunity to excel in the league as one of its most consistent pass catchers. Consistency is something Courtland has committed himself to, not only on the football field, but also on the golf course. As Sutton experiences the ebb and flow of an 18-hole round, his attention is on the details of the game, refining his swing and maintaining his composure as he strives to become the golfer we all hope to be, a consistent one. Sutton explains how the game of golf has reinforced the mindset he brings to football and to all aspects of life.
When I got to Denver, I think that's what kind of like inspired me a little bit to play. I think more so the environment, like being able to be out on the course, the views that you get when you're on the course is gorgeous. You know, I think that part of it, and then, you know, the person I would say was probably Brandon McManus. You know, my rookie year, he took me out a couple times. I wasn't as serious as I am now. It was kind of just a, hey, you want to come out here and, you know, hang with us for 4 hours? And I was like, of course, why not? You know, he was the guy who took me on my first full round of 18. He was the guy who explained to me, you know, which clubs I needed to start adding to my bag, you know, why to use this club, swinging like this and that. And he was the guy who kind of like, sparked that bug in me, being like, you know, I think I can, you know, get into this. It's been a journey. My game has gotten better, but obviously anyone who's golfed understands the, you know, the difficulties of the consistency of golf. But you know, being an athlete, you know, I love the challenge. I love the battle of, it's you versus you pretty much at the end of the day. The course is out there, and you know, you might be playing with other people, but at the end of the day is, you know, how consistent can you keep your swing, you know, throughout a round of 18. And I think I enjoy that journey of trying to, you know, become a perfectionist at this sport. Me not being able to stay consistent, or, you know, I'll have 3 good holes of drive, really good iron shot, putt, this and this and that, and then you'll go and have a 2-3 bad hole run where you're like, where did this come from? But I enjoy that part of it because it's you know, it forces you to lock in onto yourself. As I would say in football, one snap and clear. If I have a really big catch, I can't sit there and dwell on that catch. I have to, you know, move forward to the next one. And it's the same thing with golf. If I hit a really nice drive, I can't sit there and be like, man, that was a beautiful drive, this and this and that. I get up to the next shot and then I chunk it. And then and I'm sitting there like, dang, well, I just wasted that beautiful drive. So, you know, I think that part of it is the part that it's a love-hate relationship to it.
So look, the thing I always heard, people say they don't ask you how, they just say how many. That's literally what I live by when I come to the golf course. If I roll it up there for par, I'm writing 4 on there.
An aspect of the game that I feel as if I have improved on is being able to play within myself. I think when I first started playing, the thing with me was hitting the ball as hard as I could. Whether it went to the right, whether it went to the left, it really didn't matter. I just wanted to hit it as hard as I could to show everyone that I could hit the ball far. And then I started to learn and understand that it's not always about the distance, about placement, being able to set yourself up for your next shot. And I think I've definitely taken and embraced that into my golf game, understanding that, you know, just because it says that, you know, it's 250 and I might have hit my, you know, 3-wood 250 once before. It's not all about taking that shot. Maybe I might need to pull out my 6-iron, take it, lay it up, and then take my next shot versus, you know, trying to hit out of this bush because I shanked the ball, you know.
We chipping. You gotta play the game. And it's not in the bunker. I'll take it. It's all positives out here. You can't look at the negatives. You can't be like, well, it didn't go exactly where I wanted it to go. Hey, look, it's hittable.
When it comes to my golf bag, I'm a prepper, but I'm also a prepper in everything. Like my car probably has the same stuff that my golf bag has, and you know, I keep those things close to my nightstand. Like, so a must chapstick is an absolute must. I probably have like 3 things of chapstick in my golf bag. I hate being on the golf course and just sitting there licking my lips the entire time. It's the worst. I usually keep a speaker in my bag just because, you know, I love to be able to, I'm a big jazz person when I'm on the course. I'll just cut on some instrumentals and just let it rock. And it's, I don't know, it adds to the vibe of, you know, being on the course, being able to be in the moment. You know, I listen to, you know, all the other type of music, you know, getting ready for practice, getting ready for games and stuff, but there's like this jazz playlist on Spotify that I've been listening to since like pre-draft, since before rookie year, that is kind of just like a zen for me. And then I can't lie, I love to have a nice cigar for, you know, the round. It's a vibe. Some people are, you know, tequila lemonade or Crown Coke, whatever it may be. I like to have a nice cigar, you know, I play through my round, keep it moving. I would like to mold my game after the way Tiger carried himself on the course. When Tiger walked onto the course, I think everyone kind of had this feeling of, okay, we're playing for second. Like, we're gonna do the best we can, but we know that Tiger's here. And I like that presence. Like, I wanna be able to get into a scramble or walk into the locker room and everybody's like, Court's that guy on the golf course. Like, we have to make sure we're on our P's and Q's when we go on the golf course with him. I want to get my game to that point to where it's a confidence of, hey, I'm walking on the course, dudes know that they're chasing me. My dream foursome for a round of golf, I'm gonna roll with, of course, Tiger Woods. Gotta get Tiger Woods out there. Let me get Michael Jordan, because I've heard he's a pretty intense, competitive golfer. And I'm gonna take 2. Give me Brandon and Vaughn together, and they're gonna be 1, and then we'll go out there and roll it together. I would say something that I've taken from golf that I take into the rest of my life is self-control. Golf is obviously a very frustrating sport. You know, you can go out one day and play the best round of your life and then go out the next day and no one would know you play golf. You know, it's just kind of how it goes in these early stages, I would say. Even guys that I feel like are professionals, they'll have those days that they feel like they, you know, aren't playing the way they want to be able to play. However, being able to control the frustration, you know, I feel like that's a big part of, you know, life. Being able to control what happens to you. Okay, I hit a shot, it didn't go where I wanted to go. Now I'm OB, I got to drop. Cool, all right, let's play the next shot. Let's move on to the next opportunity that we have that's laid in front of us. And it's the same way in life, you know. Not everything's gonna go the way you want it to go. It's all about how you respond to it. How do you react to the situation that's been placed in front of you? And that's one of the things I've learned with golf. You know, I might hit a ball and it might not be in the best spot, but if I take the time to look at it and say, okay, how can I make this shot better to get myself back into position to be able to go out and, you know, shoot for the par, the bogey, whatever the situation may be. Same way in life, you know, this didn't go the way I wanted to go. Okay, what other door has been open for me to give me the opportunity to have the success that I want to have, and being able to do that. And I think that that's a big part, just being able to have that self-control, that discipline of, you know, it's gonna be okay, let's move on to the next.
If you want to learn more about Courtland Sutton's passion for the game of golf, be sure to check out the June issue of Mile High Sports Magazine, which features number 14. Still to come on Broncos Country Connected, rookie Matt Henningson will join me in studio to talk about what he hopes to bring to Denver's defensive line.
Hello?
Hey, Matt.
Hi.
Hey, George Payton, the GM of the Broncos. How you doing, man?
Hey, George, I'm doing well. How you doing?
Good. You ready to be a Bronco?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I'm going to hand you over to Coach Hackett.
Hey, Matt, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, we don't have any cheese curds here.
No?
But we could ship them in if you need to.
Yes, sir.
Excited to get you here, man.
I'm excited to get there.
Matt, what's up, dog?
Coach Dixon, how you doing?
Yeah, man, had a great talk the other day, huh?
Yeah, it's been quite the day.
Man, that's awesome, man. Yeah, you deserved it. Congratulations to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you giving me this opportunity.
Welcome back to Broncos Country Connected. I'm Alexis Perry, joined now by Badger turned Bronco, first-year defensive lineman Matt Henningson. Matt, what a wild ride this has been for you. From being Wisconsin's first walk-on to start a game in nearly 3 decades to now being here with the Denver Broncos. How surreal have the past couple of weeks been for you?
It's been awesome. It's been a dream come true. I mean, ever since I got that phone call, it's been going so fast, and I just got here a few days ago, and it's been awesome.
Well, as a walk-on, I feel like you have to have a really unique mindset in order to defy the odds and not just have a successful collegiate career, but then to be drafted by an NFL team. So really, what was that mindset that helped you get to where you are today?
Oh, it's just having that chip on your shoulder and everything you do, knowing that they passed on you
Yep.
as one of the scholarship guys. And that's something that you definitely carry with you everywhere you go. Just understanding that they doubted you, they didn't expect you to be one of the players that made it and that would be an impact player, and now I kept that with me to this day.
In your time in Wisconsin, you racked up 92 total tackles, more than 13 for loss, 8.5 sacks in 37 games. So how do you feel like your time as a Badger really helped you prepare for the NFL?
Oh, it was great. I mean, we had a fantastic coaching staff, a fantastic defensive scheme that I was in that helped me prepare for an NFL scheme that I'm in now in Denver. All the coaches, Coach Leonard, Coach Kalaji back at Wisconsin helped me quite a bit.
This is your first week in the building for rookie minicamp. What is your initial impression of the direction that Coach Hackett is hoping to take this team this season?
I mean, he's got a great mindset. I mean, he's trying to drill into us that competition is how you win games, right? He's being competitive and making sure in everything you do, you're competing with the guy next to you or with yourself. I think we can do something special.
Well, defensive line coach Marcus Dixon, he was fired up when George Paton selected you in the 6th round. What have those conversations been like with him pre and post draft?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, just trying to get to know each other, get to know the defense, get to know our scheme, get to know how he coaches techniques, how he interacts with his players. It's been great.
What do you think the scouting report said in terms of your strengths?
I'd say I have a pretty good football IQ. I'm good against the run. I'm a sound run stopper, and I'm good at understanding schemes. I'm a powerful player. I'm a very physical presence while I'm on the field. I don't know.
You're humble. Maybe humble is on the list as well. Okay, intelligent, I think, was probably in all caps, bolded, highlighted everything on your scouting report. You completed your master's degree, correct?
Mm-hmm.
In engineering, focusing on machine learning and signal processing while at Wisconsin. I have no idea what that means. And you were also a finalist for the Campbell Trophy, which is obviously considered the academic Heisman. So what sparked your interest in that subject? Tell me what it even is.
Well, yeah, it's essentially a way to apply statistics and computer science to a lot of everyday problems, like artificial intelligence. That goes hand in hand with machine learning. I mean, just trying to automate a lot more things. Also with imaging is another thing that I was able to specialize in. And I mean, I got into it because I always wondered how this stuff happened, right? Like, I always wondered how, when I turn on my cell phone, it turns on, or when I touch the screen, something else pops up, right? Everybody does it, but nobody necessarily understands it, and that's what I wanted to understand.
Is there a correlation between engineering and football that you think maybe has contributed to your success?
I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot. I mean, with engineering, football, and life in general, right? I mean, being disciplined, being hardworking, being responsible, and making sure you understand what you're supposed to do and how to do things. It's how it is in everything in life.
Football and engineering, some of your passions, but what really grounds Matt Henningson?
Oh, it's my faith. I mean, I'm a man of God, and that's a part of me, and that's the biggest part of me. My parents instilled it in me from a young age, and I have a really close family. I have 3 older brothers, and we all just stick together in that, and that's something that's very important to us.
Well, if you haven't already endeared yourself to Broncos country, I know this certainly will. Your new Twitter avatar, you as a kid in a Champ Bailey jersey. How did a Wisconsin native become a Broncos fan?
I was a huge fan of Champ Bailey growing up. I watched a lot of football, and I just loved it, right? I loved the game, and I'd see the Broncos playing, and I mean, I was a young kid at the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was a kid that I liked to play on when I was playing on my PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Right, and stuff like that, so.
Is there anything else that you think Broncos country really needs to know about you?
I'm an old school kind of guy. I'm gonna bring my lunch pail to work every day. and that's who I am. I'm gonna be where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there, do my job, and I'll do it well.
Well, Matt, we are looking forward to seeing it all come together for you this season. Thanks so much for your time.
I appreciate it.
Well, still to come on Broncos Country Connected, Lionel Bienvenu and Ryan Harris will delve a little deeper into rookie minicamp and what the first-year players can look forward to now that the 2022 Broncos schedule has been released.
Broncos Country Connected is brought to you by Ford Trucks. Built better, built stronger, built Ford tough.
Thanks for sticking with us for this final segment of Broncos Country Connected. Last week, the Broncos 2022 season schedule was announced with 5 primetime games, including the season opener against Russell Wilson's former team in Seattle on Monday Night Football. With more on what Broncos Country can expect as its team returns to the spotlight and Denver's difficult schedule down the stretch, let's hear from Lionel Bienvenu and Ryan Harris.
Thanks, Alexis, and welcome to our Denver 7 segment brought to you by 1-800-GOT-JUNK. All right, Troy Rank has the night off, but Ryan Harris is still in the house. That's all we need for tonight, right? And Ryan, we're going to talk about the schedule because everybody was talking about it. It's a great topic of conversation, right? Everybody in Broncos country, fans, media, all of us got the schedule, grabbed a Sharpie, and started writing W's and L's next to each game on this thing. Now, look, this doesn't mean anything in May. You have no idea what's going to happen, but it sure is fun. So let's do it. Let's take a look at the schedule, Ryan, starting with the opening game in Seattle on Monday Night Football.
I got them going 1-0 week 1, Lionel. Surprise, right? What a great job, though, by the NFL getting this game out of the way. This game in week 5, that's a distraction for both teams, really something that's going to continue to be talked about. But now that's at the forefront. Players can attack that. And I love what Russell Wilson said. Hey, I've thrown a lot of touchdowns there. Looking forward to going back there, and the ultimate goal is to win. So I love that aspect of it. And then when you look at the rest of the schedule, Lionel, you got to remember, Mr. Bolin always said the Broncos are going 17-0. So 17-0 for me.
That's your prediction is 17-0?
Somebody's got to back up Mr. Bolin now that he's not here. Come on, 17-0. But I do like 12-5. I do like 12-5 when I look at this schedule.
12-5 sounds doable for sure. The first half, Ryan, into the bye week, I got him going 6-2. I got losses at Vegas, which the first one there, and then the Chargers on Monday night. Then after the bye, I got a loss at Tennessee to start. East Coast, right, 11 a.m. start.
Yeah.
Another loss at Baltimore, 11 a.m. start, East Coast again. Then I got them beating Kansas City in Power Field on Sunday night, Ryan.
Woo!
Then they beat the Cardinals, but they go 1-2 to end the season, losing to the Rams on Christmas Day, and the Chiefs at Arrowhead, another 11 a.m. kickoff, and they finish off beating the Chargers at Empower Field. 11-6 is my prediction.
And here again is the benefit of Russell Wilson. He's been in the playoffs. He's won the entire playoffs, winning a Super Bowl. So he knows how to get guys focused on just one game. Fans can look at everything and look at the schedule, but if you're a player on this Broncos team, it's one game at a time, getting better each week.
So you think Russell has looked at this and has looked at game 1?
Somebody told him, yeah, somebody told him.
All right, now we hear a lot about, all right, at Tennessee, at Baltimore, at Kansas City, 11 a.m. starts, you know, a couple of games on the East Coast. Is this a real thing, Ryan? When you played, did it make a difference or affect you in a negative way?
Absolutely. I mean, when you start that early, it's not an 11 a.m. start. I mean, linemen typically get to the game 3 hours early. So now you're looking at getting to the stadium at 8 a.m. Well, you got to eat breakfast. That means you're waking up at 6:30 a.m., eating at 7, taking the bus at 7:30. So it does matter. Players and coaches who tell you different are lying. They're lying to themselves. They hope it doesn't matter. But that's why sometimes teams get creative. Maybe they fly in 2 nights before, or they start pushing practice up in the morning to get your body used to firing that early in the day. There are things coaches can do to help mitigate it, but no question, it's harder to play on the East Coast than it is at home if you're a Denver Bronco. And especially, I always have my best games when we went to the West Coast. You gain an hour, that's really great. But the East Coast, that does make a difference and can change games.
All right, Broncos finished up rookie minicamp of the weekend, just shorts and helmets. Was this more of just an orientation thing than anything else? Or can you look at the drills and pick out a guy and say, wow, I can tell that guy's a player even without contact?
Absolutely, you can pick players out. And one of the reasons is you can tell how much they know. You've done install. They did 3 days of install in those rookie camps. What guys paid attention? What guys were ready for the unexpected?
Well, I can tell you, Ryan, Coach Hackett still has a smile on his face out there at rookie minicamp and every day. If he's feeling any pressure, he doesn't show it. Steve Atwater and John Elway, they were at rookie minicamp. They were laughing and smiling. The schedule release video.
Come on.
How great was that with Peyton and Russ? Everybody was smiling about that. Sierra's on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. She's smiling. Everywhere you go in Broncos country, it appears that fans are smiling too. Now, who knows what's going to happen in the season, but Ryan, right now, what is happening with this organization is all good.
Well, absolutely. And you forgot one person, Lionel, me. I'm happy to be this close to you right now. But one of the things that's happening, I talked to a couple of players. They're having fun in the locker room. They said, one player telling me they had more fun in these last OTAs than they have the last 2 years. So a lot of players are feeling the juice from the coaching staff, the encouragement, and you have to have joy. One of the things about us Super Bowl 50 season, we had fun. Yes, we worked, but you have to have fun, you have to laugh, and you can also see it in the photos on the Broncos website. Photos from practice. You got players smiling at practice? I mean, Coach Hackett's got them in the right direction.
All right, that's great stuff, Ryan, as always. Insight and information from the man who knows. All right, that's it from Denver 7. Alexis, let's go back to you.
Thanks so much, guys. Well, that's all the time we have for Broncos Country Connected, but be sure to follow @Broncos TV on Instagram and Twitter for more unique content created right here at the Broncos Media Center. We'll see you same time, same place next Tuesday.
Broncos Country Connected is presented by Carpet Mill Outlets. Bigger discounts, better selections.